Hey guys, Brito here. Welcome back to Motorsport Manager on our Road to Formula 1 modded series of brute force racing. Here we are for Season 2, Episode number 3, Milan GP from Italy is our next event. I will apologise, same as I did the last video, I haven't done a recording for this for a fair while because of iRacing Dirt. It's taken up a lot of my time because it's absolutely amazing and I'm hooked, so I do apologise, but we'll continue on. Ignore all this stuff, doesn't matter. She's happy with the podium, well done. Last race, I should recap, shouldn't I? Munich Grand Prix from Germany. Hermant came home in third and Olsen came home in second. So now we're 1-2 in the championship. Doing really, really well. Quick look at the car. We are developing gearbox. Now, some of you guys have said brakes. We need brakes. So, let's have a quick look at our car. Yeah, brakes aren't good. So I've got a couple of decent gearboxes coming through now. Obviously our engines are the best at the moment out of everybody, out of all the teams. So we'll do this other gearbox and then we're going to smash the brakes. Hit them as hard as we can. I've got 5.7 million in the bank. Now, where are we? Design center, telemetry center, new buildings. We need to get the brakes done, but what have we got? Factories max, test tracks max, telemetry centers for the gearbox in it. So that was the next thing we're going to do. That's why we were focusing on gearboxes. But you guys have said brakes. Brakes is what we need. So let's see if we can build this bad boy now. We can. Thank you. So that's started. So we're going to get smashed into the brakes now. Scouting. I'm not sure if somebody we scouted Baotang. Not sure. Anyway, let's continue on. Car repair is completed. So let's go and have a quick look at our car. So we're doing reliability on everything, which is great. That'll be done 8 days before the race, so that's fine. Let's leave that as it is. Let's just smash out reliability on the stuff that we've got. Then we can focus on obviously these guys' performance on all this stuff. Possibly not the brakes because we're gonna redo brakes now. Obviously, possibly not that one. So got another gearbox coming. Anyway, let's continue. So brakes R&D is completed. Scout report's done. Bindo Gilani. The racing group has finished their HQ staff center. Well, that's good. Actually, it hasn't finished yet. Obviously, going to the results from the World Motorsport Championship round number 3, and we don't really care, to be honest. Continue. There we go. Now our HQ is done. Got our HQ. Our brakes R&D facility is there. So it's going to cost us 10 million to bump it up again. So we're going to have to wait a couple of races, I think, to get that bump back up again. So there's another vote coming up here. Addition of another track, by the looks of it. Will the ARS be adding a race in Yokohama? Potentially. Some more scout reports done. Reliability work is complete. Great news. So let's absolutely smash that out. We can put these on as well, but we're not concerned with those just yet. And that. Actually, get rid of that. Put that on. 5 days after race. So we can try and get that used this race if we can. That's what we can do. So we need to vote on addition of the Yokohama Grand Prix. I don't care. Hopefully we won't be in this championship next season. Looks like it's going to be voted against. So it's been rejected 2-3. Which doesn't matter. We'll quickly go there to get rid of the stuff coming up. So the gearbox design has been finished. We have better telemetry centers. Well, of course they do, because they're probably in the World Motorsport Championship. But anyway, let's have a look at brakes now. Acceleration plus 10, reliability plus 10. It's pretty much all we can do for now. Obviously, we can do these riskier ones later on and make sure we have them put on before the end of the season, which is what I've been told by you guys. So we'll do that. We're going to get the brakes started straight away. We're not going to fit parts. We're going to put that and that on. We'll smash it out, actually try and get them both available before the Milan GP, which isn't going to be guaranteed, of course. We need to keep a close eye on it. So there's the World Motorsport Championship and the Asia Pacific Super Cup. I don't really care, to be honest. Financial management concerns. Yes, I know you're always... Oh, got it. I know you're always concerned, but we'll be right. So the brakes are done now. The scout report is done as well. Carla Espinosa. Okay, good. Let's quickly go into here. So 72 and 56. So they're not ready to go yet. Not yet. Okay. Put that and that on. Still keep that as high as we can. Design new parts. Can we get another set of brakes? Will they allow us to do this? That plus that gives us 206. That gives us 201. So we definitely want that. But oh, they will let us do it. That's good news. So we've got some more brakes coming through. We'll quickly clear this out of the way. Traveling to Milan. Let's have a look at our parts. We could possibly fit that gearbox. Let's have a look. Bit naff. The parts are a bit naffed. Anyway, 73%. Give it to Carol. You can have that one. She's angry. Supposed to be an equal driver. Well, don't get cranky at me for it. Let's have a quick look. Actually, no, we want to go to staff. Engine level experts. Who's got the nurse? This one. So that's with Carol Olsen. So that's fine. So we can put nurse on, and she can actually use. Go back to fit parts. Fit parts again. So she could possibly use these brakes as well, because she can nurse the stuff through, but it's only 52%. So let's not worry about it now. We can do that for next race anyway. We're going to go second or above with Sam Chung. Part fittings all good. So let's continue on. We'll head to the track and get practice done and dusted, and we'll come back when we're ready to hit the track for the race, the round 3, the Milan GP from Italy. Hey guys, welcome back. Decided to go for race trim and soft tyres of both guys. I don't think we will need nurse. Fingers crossed we won't. So hopefully that's not a mistake. 3 purple faces over here for Olsen. 2 over here for Hamart, which is great news. We're going to go attack and say just high. Attack and high. Why are we starting on wets? Is everyone else starting on wets? No, they're not. So why the hell would we start on wets? Okay, glad I noticed that. Let's go for softs. Fuel options. I'm not sure if we should. There's 8 laps. Let's just leave them full. Tyre choice soft. Both can be full, and we're both going to just attack and attack for as long as we can to try and get ahead. Now there's a fair bit of wet weather there, so let's go in and have a look and hope for the best. Let's come around and have a bit of a look from this angle. So Hamart's gone up a spot already. Can she make it 2 spots? She can. Olsen needs to get down that inside, but she's not. 17th and 20th. Olsen needs to continue to move on up. Come on, Olsen. We know you're quicker than that. Hamart's up to 16th now, so she's pushing through well. Olsen's not. Hamart, can she make a move for 15th? No, so she's going to drop back a spot. But here comes Olsen down the inside, so she's up to 19th. Okay, 19th and 18th at the moment. Okay, now back to 19th and 20th, so that's not ideal at all. Definitely not ideal. See if anybody comes into the pits. No, nobody should come in just yet anyway. So we've gained 1 spot there for both drivers. Now we might lose it again. Oh, look at that, 3 wide for Hamart. Still 3 wide, back to 2 wide, and back to single file again. So she's up to 17th. Olsen's still back in last. Oh, look at Hamart pushing on through, make it 3 wide through the chicane. Just didn't get any acceleration out of that corner. 17th and 19th now. Hamant is going around the outside while Olsen's going down the inside. So Hamant's up to 16th. Olsen's still back there in 19th now. We know we've got the better engine out of all these cars, so we need to use that down this front straight, which Hamant is. Look at her pushing through there. She needs to dive down the inside now. Here comes Olsen down the inside. A couple of spots. She's got bogged down a little bit. Down there behind Santa Ana. Now she comes through 4 wide. 4 wide, well done. Hamant's pushing through. She's up to 11th. Olsen's still back in 15th. We're nearly 7 seconds behind the leader now, so we need to continue to push hard. Try not to lose too much time. Hamant is now to 10th. Olsen is in 14th. Battling away. She's making it 3 wide down here. With the chicane again, which is not ideal. Hamant is in 10th. Bit of a gap to the car ahead. Let's go back and look at Olsen now, because she's in a big battle pack here. She's gaining spots and losing spots. So Hamant's up to 9th now. Here comes Olsen up into 12th to get past Chu. So we're now 8th and 12th. Olsen needs to continue to push as hard as she can. I don't know if we go on wets or to stay on inters or what we're going to do here, because it's going to be wet for a few laps and then dry out again back to inters. So I'm not sure what the best. So 1, 2, 3, say 4 or 5 laps on inters. You probably get 5 laps on wets as well, so I don't know what the best outcome will be. I might just drop both the girls back down to high and push now, because I don't want them to have an incident pushing hard when the weather comes. A few guys have come in to get wets already. So now we're 6th and 10th. Hamant is just over 6 seconds behind the leader still, and Olsen's dropped back to nearly 10 seconds, so she needs to continue to push through. We're not coming in for inters yet. I don't know if it's worth coming in for inters. Let's do it. Let's bring Olsen in. Set of inters. As long as she can. We'll go for a normal stop. We'll leave Hamant out a little bit longer and might bring her in for a set of wets. See how we go. She's lost a lot of time to Ingledew, the leader. So, not quite sure what's going on there. Anyway, Hamant is still continuing on. Olsen is in. We might bring her in a couple of laps if we can. We will attack and overtake with you, and you can just go to neutral and medium as well, I think, just to be safe. We don't want her to push them too hard. Stop was awesome, well done. So she's out in 15th spot. She's behind Milo, who's pitted already, but they're on a set of wet, so she should push through pretty quick. So now Hamant is up into 4th spot. She's doing a ripper job here. We'll compare lap times now, and we'll see how they go. The leaders aren't in yet. First isn't in, second's not in. Will third come in? No, doesn't look like it. So we're still pushing through fairly well. So 1:27.5 was our last lap time. Obviously we're not going to be able to compare to Olsen at the moment because she did a pit stop, but no doubt she will be quicker than us next lap. She did a 1:30.2 with a pit stop, so I think it may be time. Hamant, should we bring her in for a set of wets or a set of inters as well? Cars behind her on wets, they're doing 29, so and we're way down, so let's come in for a set of wets. Fill her right up. So she did 27 last lap, and Rogers did a, oh, no, not Rogers. So what about Milo? Last lap was a 44, 44, 38, 35, so potentially could have stayed out there on the softs, but everyone else has come in, so obviously it wasn't the wrong thing to do. But there goes Olsen, tearing through into first spot. What about Hamant? Where's she going to come out? She's making up spot. She's in 4th at the moment. Let's attack and overtake with you. So Olsen's got a massive gap of over 14 seconds now. Let's double speed it. But I know she is going to slow down a bit, so let's conserve and just high with Olsen for now. So she's on inters, which is still sitting here at the moment, but it's going to get very wet very quick. So I mean, she could potentially pit, get a set of wets, and come back out. But I don't think we will. I think we'll just continue on with her as the way she is. So Olsen did a 120.5 last lap. So we'll compare him after this lap and see how well she's still going on those tyres. Hamart's, is she catching the car ahead? No, not quite. Losing a little bit of ground. It's tipping it down out here, so she wants wets. She did a 23.4. We'll see what Hamart does this lap. Hamart did a 23.5, so not much difference, but it's going to be a bit of difference very soon. But then it's going to drop back down again, so I think we'll leave Olsen on inters. She's losing a little bit of time though, 20 seconds, but if she can stay ahead once this really wet water goes, the soak track goes, the heavy rain, I know she's losing a lot of time at the moment, but I'm thinking she'll still be okay. Let's push it back up to push mode with the tyres. Try and get her to pick the pace up a little bit. So 130.1, so she's losing 6 seconds a lap. We've got, say, another few laps yet before we're going to have to come in for, or it's going to come back to inters. So she could be okay, I'm hoping. Only issue we're going to have is when she needs to come in and get these tyres off for a fuel. We may not be ready to go to softs yet. Not exactly sure. So she's only just ahead of the leader now. So we really need to attack now with Hamart. Olsen, I should say. Hamart still pushing through really hard, which is good news. Still doing really well. So 32.8 and a 25 for Ingledew. So Ingledew is going to come through on Olsen fairly quick now. Probably before the chicane, which she does. So Olsen's now back to second. But this water's going to go away fairly soon. So I'm not sure how she's really going to go, if that was the right decision or not. Obviously we've moved up a lot of spots. There goes Hamart into second. So Olsen's back to third, now back to fourth. So she's not doing too bad. So 3 laps she's got left. So it's going to dry up a little bit now. So this could still work for Olsen, hopefully. Fingers crossed it still works. No guarantees, but it still could potentially work. But she's back to 5th now. She's the only one on inters. That's why she pulled out such a massive gap, but now she's lost an absolute chunk as well. So this needs to dry out fairly quick. She'll have 2 laps now before she comes in. We'll drop her back to high. She'll have 2 laps now before she comes in to grab a set of, I think we're going to have to go a set of mediums maybe to get her through to the end. I'm not sure how long those softs last, I should say. So here's the rain now slowly disappearing. She's going to drop back to 6th now. She's got 1 lap to go before she'll be in. Cars have already come in for softs. So she's got 1 lap left, so we're going to overtake an attack for this lap. She's going to come in, she's going to have to come in 25 to 27 laps. Okay, 35 to 37. Is that correct or is that not correct? I'm really not sure if that is correct. But anyway, set of softs. 15 laps to go, that's all we can get in the tank. No, we can't even get that in the tank, so there we go. She's going to have to come in for another stop anyway. So, how about, cancel that. Pit, come in for another set of inters. We'll give her 5 laps. Make it a quick stop. We'll have to come back in for another set of softs anyway, so let's give her a set of inters and see if that works. You're going to have to come in the lap after. So Hamart will come in next lap. And she'll just come in for a set of softs, I believe. 15 laps to go. I think we'll just bring in for a set of softs. It's 14 laps to go. Let's give it 8 laps of fuel, because we can't make it anyway. So there's Olsen is now in the pits. She'll have 5 laps, 4 on inters, so she's just going to push as hard as she can for those next 4 laps. So Hamant is still in second. She's catching the leader now, but she's going to be in this lap. Tie and overtake. She's going to duck in now out of second spot. Olsen is still back in 12th. Just need to compare her times to the cars around us. So what about Milo? Milo's last lap was a 38. So we'll have to keep an eye on Olsen and see how she goes this lap. Will she do better than a 38? She's done a 31. So that is definitely going to help us, I think. They're still doing 38s. Depends what Hamant does, I suppose, next lap. We don't want to leave her out here too long on these wet tyres, but I think maybe next lap we'll have to bring her in. So what did Hamant did a 42, Olsen did a 21 on inters. So Hamant's now in the lead and Olsen's in second, but Olsen's on the wetter set of tyres, so, or the inters I should say, so she's going to come through. So you can go high and push now for Hamant. Olsen's going to come through. We're going to have to drop her fuel back a little bit, so she can, or maybe just to medium, so she can pit next lap. Coming for a set of softs, 11 laps to go. We're just going to fill her right at the top, just so we've got a bit extra to use if we need it. So that could actually work, that strategy. She's still damp out there. She did a 1:18.9 and Hamant did a 28.5, so that's definitely helped her out a lot. But Hamant should now pick up the pace, no doubt. She's 2.7 ahead already, the first sector. Second sector, see how she goes, up 5 seconds, so it's definitely the right time. So Olsen's in. I think Hamant is definitely going to be in the lead. Drop her back to neutral with tyres, so you can just high and push her as well. So she's in 7th now, Olsen is. So Hamant, a little bit slower than John Sator last lap, which John Sator is pushing very hard with the tyres, I should say. Let's go back and look at Olsen now. Where is she? She's in 7th. So Zarate had the fastest lap last lap, which is purple every sector so far. Fastest lap of the race now. Olsen did a 27.4, but that's with a stop. So we're still 1st and 7th. John Sator is catching Hamant, but I'm hoping John Sator is going to have to pit again. I know Hamant's definitely going to have to, so we're going to have to make her push now. You can go back to neutral. Continue to save your tyres. So Hamant's going to have to pit again. We know this. 9 laps to go now. So she can just push hard with the fuel. But also sort of conserving our tyres. I think we're going to have to go down to conserve with Olsen as well, because they're getting hot way too quick. Hamant's through again, so she's going to have to come in next lap. Let's just attack with her. Another set of softs. How long we got to go? 7 laps. Let's give her 9.27. Just, ooh, look at her engine. 43%. Still be okay. We're nearly finished, so she should be fine. Yeah, we know. Just push hard for this last lap, and you'll be in, and you'll be sweet. So 17.9 for Olsen last lap, the 16.3 for Hamant. So she's 28 seconds behind Olsen is, so she may not get inside the top 3 and get on the podium, but Hamant's in. She's in 3rd, 4th, 5th. She may drop back to 6th. Should just come out in front of Olsen maybe. No, there goes Olsen. So Olsen's through. we're going to have to just put her on. We'll put her on overtake and neutral. We'll put Olsen on overtake and conserve. Let's get our tyre temperature down a little bit. So we are 6th and 7th now. I know the cars ahead are going to have to pit again. So there's John Sator in, and so is Edwards. No, Sabato and John Sator, I should say. So that's us into 3rd and 4th now. So hopefully Edwards and Zarate have to pit as well. That'll be perfect. It'll be a 1-2 again. Brute Force Racing. So Olsen will drop it back to just high. And high as well here for Hamart. We don't want him to push too hard right now. We are now in 1st and 2nd. Not sure what's happened to 3rd spot there. Edwards. It's really slowed down for some reason. He might be out of fuel. That could be why. Anyway, let's continue to look at the girls. See how they're going. They've got a massive lead over 3rd spot, Ingledew. So we're just going to go back to conserve. Both going to push and conserve. Another great result here, hopefully, for Brute Force Racing, as long as we don't have any parts issues. Conditions not too bad there for Hamart. Oh, a few things here for Olsen, her brakes and also her wing. The brakes are the new brakes that were put in, but not too bad. The 2nd and 1st, last lap. Olsen a 17.5, 17.5 is all for Hamart, and a 15.3 for Ingledew. So Ingledew is pushing and catching. But we've got, what, 4 laps to go. 3 laps to go now, so we can push a bit with Hamart. Olsen not so much. We're going to try and conserve their tyres a little bit. Ingledew is pushing hard with fuel, but what if Olsen will drop her back to medium, just to let her sort of conserve a little bit of fuel if she can. Tyres are conserved. Let's go to neutral with both. We've got 2 laps to go. She's 11 seconds behind Ingledew for the lead, and only 5.5 behind Hamart. So Hamart's the one we've got to keep an eye on now, to make sure she doesn't let Ingledew come and take that 2nd spot away. She's sort of slowly pulling away now from Ingledew. So let's have a look. Yeah, she's conserve. So let's just go back to medium for both girls. There should be a 1-2 here for Brute Force Racing. Final lap of the race, the Milan GP in Italy. Let's go and have a look at Olsen now. So definitely paid off, the strategy there for Olsen. That was something different. We possibly, we could have went inters and then wets, back to inters again into softs, so that would have been a lot of stops, but the way she pulled away on those inters with everyone else on wets was just amazing. She comes across the line in P1. Hamart comes across in P2. Yeah, that's for you, Nathan Britton. Thank you very much, Olsen. Hamart in 2nd. We'll triple speed now. That is an absolute amazing result here for Brute Force Racing. So I'm thinking we can take this championship out this season. Now you guys need to let me know, if we do win the championship this season, do we stay here for another season to continue to build our car before we move up to the more difficult Asia Pacific Super Cup, or do we just go for it straight away? You know, you guys let me know in the comment section. I want to know what your thoughts are. What do you think? That's something that we should do, or should we stay and continue to build the car? So 1st and 2nd, as I said, Olsen 1st, Hamart 2nd. Neither of them cheated, which is great news. She gained 19 spots, Hamart gained 17. Both beat the sponsor objective. Another trophy there for us, which is great news. It's me, the hairy little fella. So 1st and 2nd, still decent gap back to 3rd from Olsen, but Hamart's only 5 points ahead, so she needs to continue to push. We've got 34 points ahead of Kruger Motorsport, so definitely right up there. Hopefully you guys did actually enjoy that. I definitely did. I didn't think that we were going to get that result, but it's worked out well. You guys know I'm not the best as far as strategy goes. Still trying to work it out, and there's so much stuff you've got to think about. If you make one little mistake, it can cost you the race. So see if we get big improvements now. Oh, fairly decent. Pretty happy with that. Your personality trait. Champagne spraying skills are really coming along. She's doing well. Expected fourth came first. Plus 1% marketability. Plus 8.6 mil in the bank. Yes, thank you very much. As I said, we know we're on top. Doing really well at the moment. It's got 5 mil in the bank. Obviously, we're going to get more next race. As far as the HQ stuff goes, we could possibly, I don't think we could probably build it now. Can we upgrade it now? I don't think they'll let us. We can, so if you think we should do that straight away, let us know. Or if you think we should continue to design brakes, and then maybe after the next round we will come back and fix up that brake research and development center and get it pushed up through there, because we've got the best motor, ninth best brakes, worst gearbox, and also worst suspension. So we're going to have to absolutely focus on brakes, I think, for the rest of the season, as you guys have said, because of our tyre wear issues, and also our tyre heating, as you can see here, is a massive issue. So we need to get our brakes really good, so we can avoid, hopefully that'll help us avoid lockups and help us reduce our tyre wear and tyre heating. Not exactly sure, but that's what you guys have recommended, so we'll work on it. So hopefully you guys like that there, with Olsen coming home first, Martin second, still 1-2 in the championship, still top in the Constructors Championship, as you can see here. If you did like it, smash that like button. As I said, leave a comment. Let me know if you think, if we win the championship this season, which I'm pretty sure we should, we will, guarantee we will. Do we move up to Asia Pacific Super Cup next year, or do we stay here to continue to build up our car so we've got a bit more chance of not getting relegated next year in the Asia Pacific Super Cup, or the year after, I should say. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do so to continue to follow this. And as I said earlier on, if you haven't checked out my dirt stuff on iRacing, my other videos, check them out. And if you guys want to share these videos to help get them out there, please do so as well. Like, the more viewers we get, the better it's going to be for all of us. It's going to make me realize you guys want to continue to see this, and I'll continue to put the effort in to put this stuff out so you guys have something to watch. Yeah, it's been Brito's Gaming. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you when we come back for episode number 4, the Tondelet GP from Portugal.